Hi, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in to another episode of Kim Barefoot in the Kitchen. This is my fake cooking show where we cook real good food for real good people in my real small kitchen. Thank you for allowing me to come into your home today, and I hope that you enjoy this recipe. Today we are going to make some flatbread. It's going to be good. But I just want to check in and see how you guys are doing. I hope that everything is going well for you. And I'm just wondering, did you do anything good for yourself today? Just a little something? Did you cook something good for yourself today? Did you give yourself a positive message? Did you make yourself something good in the form of a cup, drinkable? I made myself today a dirty chai latte, and it is amazing. I love it so much. When I was searching in my cupboard for the coconut flour that we're going to need today for the flatbread, I spotted this chai tea, Rooibos chai tea that I brought back from South Africa. I have such great memories of South Africa. Had a wonderful trip there with a wonderful family this fall. Goodness, it was amazing. And so I thought, hey, I love chai tea, and I really need another cup of coffee this morning. And so I put a couple of these tea bags in, the Rooibos chai tea. So a couple of tea bags in here, and then I made myself a drip coffee from up near Mesa Lone, really good coffee. And then I added some almond milk, some vanilla almond milk, and it tastes absolutely fabulous. Yummy, it's so good. Highly recommend this too. So before we get started, if you haven't done something good for yourself, or if you don't have something warm and comforting in your hands, or cold and comforting, go ahead and stop right here. Go make yourself something good, or send a text message to somebody you love, or send me a message and tell me that you are enjoying watching the videos, or just to say hi. That would be great too. I love hearing from all of you. It really makes my day. And if you're ready, then let's get going with this recipe today. Oh my goodness, so good. Yum, yum. So the flatbread we're going to make today, I'm going to do a few different flatbread recipes, but today we are going to do flatbread with coconut flour. This is paleo. It's for those that are tired of all the carbs that you've been having lately. So this is low carb. I'm not keto, but some of my friends are. So if you are on the keto or the paleo diet, then this will work for you. It's also gluten-free, and it is vegan. So I think I got all of you covered. So what we need today is a half a cup of coconut flour. Coconut flour is high fiber, so this is good for you folks that are trying to get more fiber in your diet. There we go, half a cup of coconut flour. You know, when I was making my dirty chai latte, I told Alexa to put some music on for me. And she started playing music in Spanish, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Why Spanish? I've never asked her to do that in my whole life. Okay, so this is our half cup of coconut flour. We want 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk. You cannot skip this. Psyllium husk is important because coconut flour is very high fiber. So without this, your flatbread is going to be too dry to do anything with. Psyllium husk is easy to get. If you're in Canada on the West Coast, you can get it at Thrifty Foods, you can get it at Save On Foods. Almost all the grocery stores sell it in their health food sections, or else you can get it at the health food store. Or you can order it from Amazon. Here in Thailand, I ordered it from Lazada. Anyway, here we go, 2 tablespoons. That's going in there. Nice. Okay, we need half teaspoon of salt. Always have to have salt in your bread. You can ask my friend Carla what happens when you don't put salt in your bread. 1 teaspoon of baking powder. There we go. That goes in as well. And we're just going to give that a mix with our whisk, just so that it's all incorporated. Do it gently so that you don't get it all over the cooking surface like I just did. Okay, that seems to be mixed. Now we're going to add our 45 milliliters or 1.5 ounces of coconut oil. If you don't have coconut oil, no big deal, just use butter. If you don't have butter, use another kind of oil. With this one, you could even use olive oil. Or if you're vegan, you can put in your melted Nuttelex or whatever vegan butter substitute that you like to use. Okay, and this now is resembling like when you make nut butters and it gets all crumbly right before it goes creamy stage. So you can see what it looks like there with the oil. That is good enough for now. Now we want boiling water, and we want a whole cup. And now we're going to use our wooden spatula. And that psyllium is so nice, it makes it puff up very, very nice. Very gently mix it together. And it should come into a nice ball. And I really feel like mine needs to be mixed now by hand, but it's too hot for me to touch. This has got boiling water in it. So I'm just going to let it cool a tiny bit and then form it into a ball with my hand. Yeah, that's much better. So go as far as you can with your wooden spoon or whatever you like to mix with. And then you can make it into a nice ball with your hand. So I'm making 4 balls. The recipe says that you can get 6 out of this. I think that they would be small, like real personal size flatbreads. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup here and then put down my parchment paper and give this a roll up. We are ready to go here. I've got my flatbread and I've got it in between 2 pieces of parchment paper and I gave it a smush with my hand, flatten it down, and then gave it a nice little roll with my pin here. And now, because I would like it to be fairly uniform, I'm going to put a bowl on it and go around. There we go. And then we've got a perfect round flatbread that is going to fry up very, very nice. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again here. Try not to handle the dough too much because you don't want it to dry out. Give it a smush. And you know, if you're going to, if you want like tortillas from these, you want to roll it thinner. I'm going for more of a flatbread, so I'm doing mine a little bit thicker. These cook up really fast. It's a quick recipe, so if you've got unexpected company, but you've got some soup or some stew in the fridge or freezer to serve them, you can do up some quick flatbreads to go with it. and just be the awesome host or hostess that you are. Baking is very therapeutic. I love baking because it's creative. You never quite know how it's going to turn out until it's done and you take that first bite and then you are totally amazed with yourself. So I'm making this because I've got a batch of baba ganoush in my fridge that I made last night for today. You guys all know that when you make baba ganoush, especially the recipe on my website, that it needs to go in the fridge for at least 2 hours after you make it to let all those flavors meld, and then it's really much better tasting. These are not perfect looking, but that's okay. We're not going for perfection, we're going for tasty, tasty. Anyway, as I was saying, I've got this baba ganoush that's waiting for me in the fridge. Looking forward to it. And today I just wasn't into the, crisp veggie sticks to go with it. I'm tired of eating it with crackers. I really wanted some nice flatbread to dip in it. So we are doing the flatbread foray today. And this is really good. This flatbread is really good too if you're making a curry. Curry with rice is okay, but sometimes you get tired of curry with rice. So curry with flatbread, you can make a nice naan bread with this as well. You can add, with your dry ingredients, you could add some garlic powder or some really, really finely minced garlic in there. You could also, if you're serving it with a stew, you can also add a little bit of rosemary in or put in some basil and then cook it up, and that would taste amazing too. Okay, so I've got my flatbreads here. They are all ready to go. This coffee's calling me. You know when you make something and it's so good, and you're like, why have I not been drinking this or eating this my whole life? Yes. I do love a good chai latte. It's hard to get them made without milk, right? When you go out. So this is the perfect thing to have at home when you want to treat yourself. And you should be treating yourself every day. Okay, here we go. We are ready to fry these up. So flatbreads are not cooked in the oven. They are fried on your stove, on your cooking surface, whatever you've got. You guys all know that I have a hot plate here in my tiny kitchen. Okay, here we go. I've got my first flatbread here. The website that I was looking at said to cook it over medium heat. It is hard to tell what medium heat is on my hot plate. So we're gonna do a little bit of trial and error here. It's 2 minutes on each side. I don't really know what medium heat is on here. I'm going to put a lid on it and we're going to time it for 2 minutes. It smells really good. I was listening to a song the other day, and in it they were talking about learning as we teach, and it really struck me as true. We really do learn as we teach others. So through this fake cooking show, I hope that I am teaching you some good recipes. I'm hoping that I am teaching you to love cooking and not be afraid of failing when you cook. Don't be afraid of making substitutions. But I'm also learning as I go too that I really do love to cook. And I'm cooking some new recipes, so it's making me get out of my comfort zone, which is a really good thing. It looks like it's starting to puff up. It's nice and soft, which is really what I want. I'm not looking for crisp bread. I'm not looking for a hard, dried out piece of pita shell. I want a nice, soft, naan-like bread. and it looks like this is what I'm going to get. Okay, there's my timer for the one side. We're going to gently flip it over. You can see it's puffing up. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at this side here. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, gorgeous. Okay, 2 minutes on this side. I'm going to set the timer again. Okay, it is done. Yes, I hear you. There we go. Let me just turn off the timer. There we go. This looks amazing. It's nice and soft. Look at how beautiful. I gotta show you guys how beautiful this is. Isn't that awesome? That looks amazing. Now I'm going to give I'm just going to turn this down a little bit because it's smoking. Just going to give it another wipe with a little bit of olive oil. And in goes another flatbread. Lid on for 2 minutes. There we go. This is exciting. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? And look at how nice and soft it is. It's all foldy. It smells good. This is going to taste awesome with my papa ganoush. You could also use it to sop up some of that nice beet hummus. That would be awesome. This would be perfect for making sandwiches, to do your own roll-up. Yum, yum, yum. So as I said, I will do a few recipes for the flatbread. I'm going to do another one with almond flour because the texture and the taste will be a little bit different altogether. And then I'm going to do another one with gluten-free flour, or you can use regular flour. And we'll just do a taste test of all 3 different ones and see which one that you guys like the best. Something to remember about the flatbreads is they're so easy to make, right? Assemble your ingredients and then mix them all up together. Quickly roll it out, and then 2 minutes on each side and you've got some beautiful naan bread or flatbread. These would make awesome personal pizza crust. So for these, when I make a personal pizza out of whatever gluten-free crust that I'm using at the time, I keep tins of tomato paste on hand. It's nice and thick. It doesn't slide off your pizza crust, right? So I give a nice generous layer of tomato paste, and then I put on my herbs, and then I pre-cook mushrooms and peppers, tomatoes, that kind of thing. So I pre-cook them with some seasoning, usually something fairly hot. You can even do it with taco seasoning. On pizza, it tastes amazing. So put those on top, and then some fresh herbs on top of that. And they are delightful. If you have access to vegan cheese, you can put some Daiya cheese on top. Or if you're not having any sort of food allergies at all, then go ahead and use regular cheese. And to serve up personal pizzas like that, wouldn't that be fun for your family or your guests? So how did you do? How did your naan bread or flatbread or whatever you want to call it turn out today? I couldn't be happier with how mine turned out. This has been just a great cooking experience. And you can see the different colors just playing with different temperatures in my pan. It all turned out great. I do recommend putting a lid on top. It worked for me. And they're very, very soft. They're foldable. These would make a great wrap. As I was cooking these, I thought, oh, these would be amazing dipped in tzatziki as well. So that's going to be one of my tutorials coming up, is to do a good tzatziki recipe. Now what I've got here is my papa ganoush. I'm in love with papa ganoush lately. It's so easy to make. There's no reason for you not to try this recipe. It's just delicious. Anyway, I'm going to spread some on my flatbread here and give it a taste. This is exciting. Here we go. Are you ready? Oh, man. is exactly what I was looking for. Man, this is good flatbread. It's amazing. This is exactly the taste that I was looking for. It's really good. It's soft. Then it's got substance. It is just blow your socks off. So stinking good. Oh, I love it. I'll be making this more often for sure. It pairs really, really good with the baba ganoush. This is a big bite. Oh, that's too big to eat in front of you guys. Let me see if I can get a smaller one here. There we go. Perfect carrier for baba ganoush. Oh my goodness, so good. Something else that you can do with this too is if you wanted to make a dessert, again, maybe you've got company coming, or you realize that you want an evening snack, make up a batch of the flatbread here, spread it with Nutella, and then some sliced bananas. And if you've got whipping cream, you can put it on top too. If you've been out for a run in the afternoon or the evening, morning, whatever, you come home, this is perfect. Spread it with peanut butter and have it with a cold glass of plant milk or with a nice cup of dirty chai latte. That would be amazing too. The possibilities are totally endless for this flatbread. I'm so excited that it turned out so well. I've got another new recipe in my back pocket that I'm going to be using often. I really hope that you guys make it. It is so good. You will absolutely love it. And it's so easy. It's just so easy, hands down. This is a winning recipe. Thank you very much for tuning in today and cooking with me. Hit the like button if you like this recipe, or if you just like the tutorial, or if you just like me, you can hit that like button too. Hit subscribe, and then you'll always know when I have a new recipe that's up on the YouTube channel. And leave me a message, leave me a little reply. Let me know how you're doing, let me know if you enjoyed this tutorial. So this is Kim from Thailand saying goodbye, and I hope that you have an amazing day today. Or if it's nighttime, I hope you had an amazing day. And don't forget, take care of each other.